From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
On 2nd down, Williams. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. The speedster Dante Pettis back deep to return. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble. Was hoping to make a play there in the return with his speed. Instead, he makes a play for the other side.
Yeah, and how many times have we heard coaches say, you know, sometimes it's not really about those X's and O's we draw up. It's about those Jimmies and Joes. And when you have a punt returner, he's one of those Jimmies and Joes, one of the best athletes. He's unable to make the play that they were seeking, though.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 42.
Tap right. Hey, we got 3 down, 3 down. 2. SOS. Tight dog.
Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jerick McKinnon. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Slam. I got you. Motion.
The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert, trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
No gain on the play. It's now 3rd and 8.
The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the 3rd down stop. Now Garoppolo. That's complete to his speedy wideout Goodwin. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 1st down San Francisco, the pickup 14 yards.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially as pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
There he goes left side. Touchdown, 49ers. Jerick McKinnon, 41 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Well, we knew they had the crowd on their side. Their defense has already made a stop, and now here's an opening drive touchdown.
Yeah, how about the defense making the stop, offense feeling their momentum that they've generated, and turning it into points on their side. So now you've got a team working together, and you got the crowd involved fully on their side in this ball game.
And in this playoff atmosphere, that 12th man means even more. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how the defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. From the 31, Osweiler nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for third down. From the gun, it's Osweiler. Looking deep for Adams. He's got a man. Complete. 33 yards that time.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10. From the shotgun, Osweiler. It's caught here by Adams. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll be a second and long. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Packers with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a second down coming up.
Alpha, pilot, 64, weak.
Check hot.
Hey, Sam off.
They go play action now. Osweiler, he's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Bravo.
Out of the gun, it's Osweiler. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Now a play fake here on first down. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
Even though that one was incomplete, you could see the training that went into that play. He gets out of the pocket, ends up moving to his right. All he's trying to do, though, extend the life of the play. Keep it alive, hoping someone would pop free.
Was able to take a pretty good shot with a deep ball, but incomplete. That one good for 26 and a first down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
From midfield, here's Garoppolo. Deep ball for Goodwin. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, 49ers. Marquise Goodwin, 50 yards. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. On this stage, conference championship game, every play is magnified, and that was a big play.
No doubt about it. One thing that has these guys a step away from a shot at a big game, their big play ability. They can strike from anywhere.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Watch the twist. Check nickel, nickel.
You draw quarter. 5.
Now it's Osweiler. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 26 and a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Now Williams. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Come on,
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Get that quarterback. 61. Matchbox lights. Hey, exit.
Right there. 54.
Let go.
Osweiler. And that's complete to Adams. 23 yards the pickup there.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
No gain on that run, and while the team is down, there's still time to come back and win the football game. If I'm the offensive coordinator, though, I've got to think about moving at a faster pace and maybe opening things up a little bit and throwing it a little bit more.
Protein spill.
On 2nd down, it's Williams. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Packers.
2 minutes remain in the first half of this NFC Championship. And a reminder, folks, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report coming up shortly. The coach with us, as always, as he will start to look ahead to Super Bowl 53.
Look at me. Zipper. Now.
They'll throw on first down with Osweiler. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike. 65.
Hey, lock it. 49, check 49, check 49. Tom, two.
Another try after the first down sack. Osweiler got his man. It's Williams. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A good pickup there. 18 yards as they get closer for third down. This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches. Williams. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. 4th down now after a loss of 2. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's a depth.
Oh, it's out. McKinnon fumbled it, and the Packers pick it up. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. From the 29, Garoppolo. He's going to look deep down the field. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 8 yards to go.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
21. Hey, gun. Go.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. On 4th down, here's Lachlan Edwards to punt it. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we've reached halftime here in the NFC Championship as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. The Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had an ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple.
13. 36.
They run once more with McKinnon. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
It's a loss of 1.
6-6, bullet high.
Shift. Watch the shift. Check 3.
They'll look to pick it up with McKinnon, and he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on fourth down. Here's Lachlan Edwards now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. From the 17, Osweiler. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. DeForest Buckner never giving up. He works his way to the QB for a loss of 12. After the sack, they'll come up now third and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And indeed, that's what they'll do as they run it here. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up fourth down. Here's J.K. Scott now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Here comes Pettis on the return. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And the Niners will go on offense. First and 10. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game? You want Packer pressure, and down he goes. Kenny Clark never giving up. He works his way to the QB for a loss of 12. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Garoppolo going to give this one to McKinnon. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Here we go.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
12, fellas, here we go.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in fourth and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker.
Here we go.
The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
I got this. White. Hey, Haywood.
Garoppolo to throw for it on 4th. Completes it to Samuel. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. 12, fellas. Here we go.
Off the play fake to McKinnon, it's Garoppolo. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
One quarter remains until the NFC crowns its champion. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. A first carry for the converted wideout, J.D. McKissick. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. So the solid run on first, and I would imagine no real hurry to run that second down play.
No, it's all in your quarterback now. He's going to keep an eye on the play clock and bleed things down, and he's not going to let the ball be snapped until it's inside 3 seconds left on the play clock. Unless, of course, you're playing a video game, you're trying to run it up on your friend.
Nice touch. Cold-blooded, too. Second down, McKinnon. He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
Hey, orbit. 65. Check. Kill. Turn up.
Here again is McKinnon. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Jerick McKinnon, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Gold with the extra point, and the lead is up to 15 now. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
That's the way.
From the 31, Osweiler. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Head over. Look at me. Door. Check 43. Go. Reset. Check it out. Smooth. Ready.
Now Osweiler. Caught on the right side by Adams. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. He got out of bounds. That's a good thing, but still short of the 1st.
And now, since this brings up 4th down, the defensive play caller, grab your nerves, because now you don't want to be so amped up that you give them a first down by getting out of your lanes, but you also don't want to just lay back and let them have it easily.
Here we go. Watch out. Hey!
7. Fair. Hit it.
4th down. Here's Osweiler. And Adams has it complete. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. But correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Yeah, boy, this defense, again, really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, they can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
54, right there. 54, Mike. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go. Mike spot 4.
Hey, Charlie. We shoot.
They go play action with Osweiler. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. He hauls it in. Valdez-Scantling for the Packers touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, 48 yards. As they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come.
132 fighter. Hard. Hey, seam 6.
Watch the safety creep.
Get it.
Now Osweiler. A quick throw, but incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go up and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Through an opening, and there he goes. 30, 10, touchdown, 49ers. Jerick McKinnon saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. But go ahead and give him the hat trick. He's been in the end zone now 3 times.
You toss your fedora first, okay? You go ahead and do that. But let's be honest about it. That 3rd one, that's the most spectacular run he's had in the ball game. It's almost as if he's been playing his own game of, can I top this? And each run has been more spectacular than the last.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Box truck. Guard.
Play action. Now Osweiler. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it.
Leo, bravo.
They're going on fourth down. It's Osweiler. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. On fourth down, that turned out like a punt. Maybe he was better defensively there just to knock it down.
And you know they go over those situations, all right? Fourth down, where's the ball? Where would we get the ball? But instinct takes over, and when it's in the air, they just go and get it. So it's hard to get on him for intercepting it.